Is 2026 a good time to study in the USA for international students? As 2026 approaches, many international students are wondering, is it the right time to study in the United States? In this video, we're breaking down the key reasons why 2026 could be a great time to pursue your education in the US, and a few challenges to keep in mind. Let's dive in with some positive aspect. 1. U.S. post-election policy clarity. By 2026, the United States will be under a new administration following the 2024 presidential elections. This means that immigration and education policies will have stabilized after any shifts introduced by the incoming government. Historically, some administrations have been more supportive of international students than others, offering better visa policies, work opportunities, and overall support. By 2026, the dust will have settled, and international students will have a clearer understanding of what to expect regarding student visas, optional practical training, OPT, and long-term immigration pathways. 2. World-class education still going strong. One of the biggest reasons to study in the US remains unchanged. The country offers access to some of the best universities in the world. Institutions like MIT, Harvard, Stanford, and many others continue to lead global rankings. These universities are not only recognized for their academic excellence but also for cutting-edge research and innovation. In recent years, many U.S. colleges have also made efforts to internationalize their campuses, meaning more scholarships, mentorship programs, and resources for students from abroad. By 2026, this trend is expected to grow, making the educational experience even more inclusive and globally relevant. 3. Huge demand in STEM and tech fields. The U.S. remains a global leader in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, commonly referred to as STEM. With booming industries in artificial intelligence, biotechnology, data science, and renewable energy, there's no better time to be in these fields. What makes it even more attractive is the optional practical training, OPT, extension that allows international STEM graduates to work in the U.S. for up to 3 years after graduation. By 2026, this demand is expected to grow further, creating more opportunities for international students to not just study, but also gain valuable work experience. 4. Increased global mobility after COVID. After years of disruption caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, international travel and study abroad programs are now fully back on track. In 2026, students can expect smoother visa processes and more efficient embassy services compared to the early 2020s. U.S. universities have also adapted with better virtual support, online services, and hybrid learning models. These improvements make it much easier for international students to transition into life in the U.S., both academically and socially. 5. Growing financial aid opportunities. One of the major concerns for international students is affordability. While U.S. education remains expensive, many universities have started offering more financial aid, need-based scholarships, and merit-based awards to international applicants. Several top schools are becoming more generous and global in their approach, aiming to attract talented students regardless of their country of origin. By 2026, students can expect better access to funding, as well as on-campus jobs and assistantships to support their living expenses. But, despite of all these good news, there are certain challenges to keep in mind. Let's talk about a few challenges students should consider before making the leap. 1. High cost of education. Even with scholarships, studying in the U.S. can be expensive with the raise of tuition and living expenses. Additionally, currency exchange rates can make education even more costly for students from countries with weaker currencies. So, financial planning is essential if you're considering studying in the U.S. in 2026. 2. Immigration and visa uncertainty. The U.S. immigration system is complex, and international students often face uncertainty when it comes to post-graduation work opportunities. While programs like OPT and H-1B visas offer pathways to stay and work in the U.S., these are competitive and sometimes subject to lotteries or policy changes. Political shifts can also impact visa rules. So while things might look positive now, students should always stay updated on the latest immigration news and plan accordingly. 3. Growing global competition. It's also important to recognize that the US is no longer the only top destination for international education. Countries like Canada, Germany, the UK, and Australia are stepping up their game by offering lower tuition fees, more straightforward visa processes, and clearer paths to permanent residency. Depending on your goals, whether academic, financial, or immigration related, you might want to compare all your options before choosing the US conclusion. Is 2026 the right time? So, is 2026 a good time to study in the USA? The answer is yes, if you're well prepared. The US continues to offer unparalleled educational opportunities, especially in STEM and research-focused fields. If you are financially ready and willing to navigate some visa uncertainties, 2026 could be one of the best times in recent years to make your move. Before making your decision, be sure to research your target universities, check the latest visa policies, and prepare financially. With the right plan, studying in the US in 2026 could be a life-changing opportunity.